Hello, fellow woodchopperoos, Chad here, and if you've been following our show, you know I've been building this wine station that holds the New Air wine fridge in it. Now, I'm leading up to the full build of this project, but in doing so, I realized that there were some steps that could be standalone lessons, so I decided to make some quick tips on it. And here's another one. Now on this one, I'm going to be showing you how I did the top. Now the top is just a regular rectangle piece, and I decided to make miter cuts for it. However, these miter cuts are not at 45 degrees. And yet, when the pieces go together, it still comes to a true 90 degrees at the corners. Well, how is that so? And how did I do that? Well, I'm going to show you that right now. So let's see where I'm at with this part of the build of the wine station. I've got 2 of the 4 boards that I'm going to use to make up the top. And remember, keep in mind that I'm going to have that open part in the middle for where the glass window will be. Now I decided to make these a mitered cut on the top here, but it's not exactly 45 degrees like you might think. Here, take a look. When I put my square on there, you can see that this angle is clearly way off. So why is that? Well, the problem I'm working with here is this board is right around 10 inches wide, and this board in the front is right around 7. So, what's that angle? Well, let me show you how to figure it out. And the best part about it is, you don't have to know what the degree angle is. I'm going to show you a really cool, slick way of doing this, and I'll be spot on. Here's my other 2 pieces that I need to cut. I have the one that's around 10 inches and the one that's right around 7. And what I did was, I measured my 7 inches and made a mark. Also too, I measured my 10 inches and made a mark. From there now, I want to go from this corner to the mark. And this will be removed. And I'll do the same here. Okay, so there you go. This is the area that I have to cut off. And remember, I don't care what this degree is. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to show you, I'm going to set it up in the saw, and I'm going to get this spot on every time. Now, one of the tools I will use is this here bevel. And I'll set the bevel to a measurement here. So there we go. I set this bevel exactly to what that line is. And I'll use this to get it set up in the saw, and I'm just going to use it to get it close. It's not going to be the final setting. I'll show you that right now. I'm at the miter saw, and I turned the miter saw bed to have the kerf here come relatively close to being parallel with my bevel. Now, I can put my board on here, and keep in mind this is the wider piece. These angles will be different. And I could take a chance and cut this. Like I can line the blade up with the pencil mark and go across and see how it is, but here's what I like to do. I'll move away from that mark, and I'll do a small kerf cut in this. Then I'll take my tape measure, and I'll measure the distance. So I got 1 inch and 1/16. And I go to the back and measure, and same, 1 inch and 1/16. If this was wider back here, then I would have to move the bed out a little. If it was wider here, I would have to move the bed in a little. At any rate, you can do a series of kerf cuts back here, measuring the distance until you get it just right. And again, what's this angle? I don't know, but now I'm going to make the cut. It's as easy as that. Now, keep in mind, on the smaller piece here, the angle is significantly different. So I'm going to have to reset up the saw for that angle, and I'll do the exact same thing. And so there you are. That's how I handled these tricky miter cuts. Now I got one more quick tip for you before leading up to the whole project, and that has to do with how I mounted the top. Now I didn't just put some nails in it, I didn't screw in from the bottom, and I didn't use any hardware that you could buy at a big box store. Nope, I did a technique that they did on some old antiques. It's a traditional old method, and yet it allows the wood to expand and contract and still holds the top on rock solid. So tune in for that next week, and then we'll show the whole project build the following. If you like what you saw today, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and if you have any woodworking questions, please email me at stantonfinefurniture@gmail.com. On behalf of myself and Safety Dan, go dance now, people.